let's get right into it. Since I woke up to million messages and a million comments. Oh, you don't know what a Rico is. Listen, man, let me tell y'all something. I ain't wake up and just started doing this yesterday. I know what a Rico is, but y'all not listening to Buddha, which people don't listen to me anyway. But check this out. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all, right? Oblock was around before most of these dudes even went over there, right? If a murder happened, and most of these dudes is young, still kids basically, right? If a murder happened 20 years ago, when you was not around Oblock, when you was still a baby, when you ain't know your ABCs and your 1, 2, 3s yet, there's no way I can charge you for that. It sound good on paper. It just look good. It just sound good. It's just something we finna throw in here to make you think that, yeah, we finna put this on them and this gonna stick too. That ain't how it work. Not these days. Especially if you got a lawyer. Buddha, what you talking about? Okay, let's go to the big Meech. Y'all know the trial of Rico or whatever. When Meech and them had their Rico case, right? This is what they not telling y'all. It was certain people that was on this case that flat out beat it. They didn't trick, they didn't tell, they ain't do none of that. They got lawyers, they lawyers got them off. Why? Because you trying to say, I did this and I did that and I did this and that. But at the end of the day, you have no proof of me doing anything. Even if I was around BMF, even if you did see me around them, just because you see me around them, that don't mean I did nothing. Young Jeezy was around them. Young Jeezy done said it in his song. All that. They had a superseding indictment. Jeezy never got locked up for their Rico. Jeezy never got indicted. So what I'm telling y'all is, just because you saying somebody else in the crew did something or somebody else in the gang did something, that don't have nothing to do with me. I'm talking about them on an individual basis. Now, let's go to the othermost Rico. The Young Thug case. Just like Young Thug lawyer came out and said, there are people talking against him. There are people in his crew that's snitching on him. But what is Young Thug lawyer doing? He's getting things throughout because that's his job and that's what he's supposed to do. So all this stuff they trying to put on him, Young Thug lawyer, they're like, nah, I ain't going for this. I ain't going for that. This ain't happening. That's not happening. We gonna take this off. Nah, we gonna get this from. He filed more. I can't tell you how many motions this man done filed. And out of all the motions he done filed, some of the stuff he wanted, he's been granted. So the thing is, it don't matter just because it's a Rico, just because they put stuff in there. That don't mean that you can be charged with that. And it's gonna be the same thing for Moab now. It's gonna be the same thing for Oblock. Just because you putting something in there, don't mean you could charge me with that and make that stick on me. Now, if you ain't got no real lawyer and you got somebody that's just telling you to take the time, that's on you, bruh. I ain't got nothing to do with it. If you want to Rico with a public defender, then you can expect for him to tell you you need to just cop out or something. That's different. But just because you in a Rico case, don't mean if a murder happened before you even got to Oblock, or if a murder happened before you was even around Oblock, that they gonna take that murder and make that stick on you. Is y'all crazy? It wouldn't be nobody in the O right now. Everybody would be locked up. Everybody. Because y'all acting like a Rico, man, you could just grab stuff out of thin air and just throw it on any and everybody. No, that is not how it works. And for y'all, you don't know what a Rico is. No, you don't know what a Rico is. And y'all not paying attention to the cases. Y'all just hit a word Rico, and then you think everybody going down. What Young Thug case started out with like about 30-some people? Close, it was probably more than that. Why is it only 10 people left that got to face trial in the Young Thug case? How y'all go from 30 to 10? All them people ain't take pleas. We didn't see 30 pleas. Yeah, it was a lot of pleas But we didn't see 30, please, bruh. We didn't see 30 people on camera saying, yes, ma'am, like Gunna. We did not see that. No, that is not what happened. Some of them got lawyers. They lawyered up, and they lawyer was like, nope, he ain't do that. He ain't do this. He ain't do that. He ain't do that. Oh, well, you gonna take that? Nah, we ain't gonna take it nowhere. Now we gonna fight. My client ain't do this. He ain't do none of that. He ain't had nothing to do with it. He ain't had nothing to do with it. All right, boom, you off the case. So what are y'all? I'm not understanding all this. You don't know what a Rico is, and they was already investigating Oblock. Okay, well, guess what? All the paperwork is 90% hearsay, except for Duck case. Look how they just did Trench's News. Okay, well, he went and told the grand jury he can identify the killers, but then he turned around and he told he said on YouTube that he couldn't identify the killers. How do you let that stick in court? So the lawyer failed to get it, took it off, but at the same time, even if they decide to use it in court, his lawyer just go come back and say that. What jury gonna know what to believe in a situation like that? You said you knew all the killers and you can identify them, but then you went back and said you didn't know all the killers and you couldn't identify nobody. What's that gonna do? So dear, like, y'all killing me how cut and dry y'all making it. So let's say I seen you, let's say I drive by Oblock and I just see you over there. Does that mean you a drug dealer? Does that mean you a killer? Y'all not using y'all head. It's people that actually live there. Like this ain't New Jack City. Like this ain't a movie. This is a real residential living quarters. So there's going to be people there. There's going to be people with all different type of ages there. What I'm saying is you cannot take what somebody's saying. You cannot just take some and turn around and throw it on somebody else and think that they have to do time for that. Like I said, if you got a public defender on this, I feel sorry for you. But if you got a real lawyer, no, prove my client. So when did my client sell drugs? Not all this in the furtherance of the gang and all that. No. We ain't got to go by all that. That's just big words that sound good. What did my client do? All right, y'all say my client was on the duck hit. Prove my client was on the duck hit. Y'all say, my client, you got to think. When K.I. got murdered, most of these dudes wasn't even BDs. That's what most of these dudes wasn't even BDs at the time when K.I. got murdered. So see, you got to realize something. You got to think about what's just being put together and what they just saying. They doing that to make it sound good. And you know how many murders that done happen between the time K.I. got killed and the time Duck got killed. All those murders are not in the Rico. So all this what y'all saying, you know how K.I. got murder got in this Rico? Cause somebody, and I ain't gonna say their name, cause they keep saying it ain't them when it's them. Somebody threw Kyra's name up, and somebody threw Kyra's name in the Rico. That's how she got there. Not because they was being investigated, not because they was looking into the, no, that ain't got nothing to do with it. Because it's been a whole lot of murders. So it's a whole lot of different murders you could have used. But somebody specifically used Kyra murder and tried to link it to Doug murder, not realizing these people gonna scratch their head and say, well, hold on, wait a minute. You know how many years this been separated? And then y'all talking about some, well, Buddha, ain't no statute of limitations on murder. Duh, what the fuck? Of course it ain't no statute of limitations on murder. But guess what? If we don't got the people that did the murder, what does that mean, bruh? If we don't have the people that did the murder, why would I be talking about a murder if we don't got those people that actually did the murder? You can't just say Oblock did the murder. You never proved who murdered her. So y'all don't know. But Buddha don't know nothing about court. Buddha don't know nothing about Ricos. Buddha don't know nothing about the system. I'm trying to tell y'all. They telling y'all a whole bunch of stuff because it just sound good. Yeah, it sound good, okay. K.I. murder and Doug murder relate. Man, you know how many years apart that is? Are you sure? Or are you just saying that because this part of what you saying benefits you? A real lawyer finna rip through all this hearsay. A real lawyer gonna cut through it like a hot knife through butter. I'm telling y'all that right now. Will they go down for killing Duck? Hey, if them people got enough evidence to prove that, then you go down for that. But each individual count, because a RICO has counts, and each individual count, you got to fight it on the basis. If I'm not a drug dealer, you not finna charge me with dealing no drug. Whether you say it was with the gang or not, or whatever. I ain't never had no drug cases. Y'all ain't got me on camera selling no drugs. Y'all ain't got me in the under surveillance selling no drug. None of that. Okay, if you want to say I was a game maker, I can't lie about being a BD. I can't lie about being from Oblock. That's true. So if you want to say that, you got me on that. But that's why y'all see every time we see these lawyers try to get something throughout, they mainly say Muwab lawyer. He been getting stuff throughout left and right. So now, if you ain't watching the case closely like we are, and you just nitpicking at it, okay, then you probably don't know everything that's going on. And that's not to say that they're not going to go down. But like I said, you could come to the BMF case. It's people that beat the BMF case, cut and dry, Rico and everything. They beat it with their lawyers. Yes, beat it, got off, walked away from it. Same thing with the Young Thug trial. All these people they took in at first. All these people they had at first. Some of them took pleas and they got out. The other ones, they done beat it already and they go. But they not going to tell y'all that, because if they tell y'all that, then y'all will really be saying, oh, Young Thug got a chance. Young Thug got a chance of coming home. So they're not going to say that. But that's what's going on. So that's all I was saying. All that you don't know about a Rico and this, I'm just telling y'all the facts. Why y'all think y'all got people saying, well, if Muwab got the real lawyer, then he might still come home. But if you looking at the other ones, that they cooked. Why? You can't have no public defender on the Rico. Yeah, they gonna charge you with everything. You can't do that. But if something happened way before you got there, or if something happened when you wasn't around, no. You ain't even got to worry about that. You ain't got nothing to do with that. You don't know nothing about that. You ain't got to worry about that. Being a gang member and doing this murder or the stuff they can prove you did, that's what you have to worry about. All that other stuff is just sound good. But y'all get a comment. Let me know what y'all think. It's your boy Buddha, I'm out.